Hello everyone, and welcome back to The Skulk, continuing the story of Winds of Change. I'm still sitting here from the last thing I did, so right after the last episode, I'm literally still sitting here. I'm doing these episodes that I'm recording usually in twos, so I'm still here, and we're going to carry this on. And from what I thought, just for a moment, is I'm just going to choose the top one.
Please.
Just will affect the future of Alestia. And that's the thing. That's the thing. He wants this. And most likely this is going to be like the default path. I could go with curiosity and see what goes on. And if things turn around okay, if I click this and it shows that our character does something bad to him, I'm going back. I'm going to reload. Like, I can do this and then click this and then say, do you sure you want to overwrite? No. I want to press load and then do that. Okay, making sure. We're going to be curious, and we're going to check this out for at least about maybe 5 minutes or less. No, I couldn't let him do this. My reasons were my own. I shake my head and hold the blade closer to my body. He sighs and looks down at the floor, defeated.
Very well.
He lets go of me, and I start to stumble. I use the scabbard as a cane to hold myself up. I could tell that he's angry, but also that he understands. I did not double-click, anyone. I did not double-click at all. I had my fingers off the mouse for every time these things happen, because sometimes my finger twitches and something happens. I did not click anything. I didn't miss anything, did I? I expected him to fight me for the blade, but he accepts defeat. Turning around, he starts to walk away. His shoulders slump down. This was my job. This was my destiny. To harness the blade of Exodus. Is this going to be me being power hungry? Trying to be good, probably, but still. Curiosity. I couldn't let others use it to assist their suicide. Turning to face the idol, I slowly remove the blade from the scabbard. Remembering Grizz's insight, I tried to bend the blade to my will. This time, it wouldn't overpower me. It would help me save all of us. I used my own words from this massacre. The flash of white light that I expected is nowhere to be found. I can hold the blade with no trouble, just like I desired. So it was true. The blade is mine to control. I did this. That does not sound proper, but I will flow with it. I mean, the way I said it in fluctuation of voice and vocal cords. With a wide smirk, I hold the blade up to the idol. It was time to destroy all the honor guards in this tunnels. It was time to free the souls of all the condemned, our parents too. That desire in my mind sparks the blade, and the white light fills the room. But there's another desire too. The survival of Dominic and our future victory. The ground shakes more violently, almost causing me to fall to the floor. But I stand my ground. This was too important. The survival of the rebellion and Alessia's future was on the line. I'm too overcome with hope and will, and I'm too overcome with hope and with hope to falter. As the white light slowly subsides, the idol starts to flicker, like it's running out of power. Did I do it? I guess there's only one way to find out. I put the scabbard back on, but I hold onto the sword. I'm in control of it now. See, what was that? What was that? Am I clicking past something, or is that just flickering and flashing? I'm curious. I stand there, using the blade as a crutch. With the ground shaking so violently, it's hard to stand up. I'll need to go back to the atrium, not It is now. They need to know about this. I guess it's just there.
No! What have you done?
I've done what you didn't want me to do, so nah. Sobe charges into the room, catching me completely off guard. I mean, I'm off balance too, so it's not too hard. He stands there, panting, looking at the idol and how it flickers. With a grunt of rage, he starts running at me, ready to attack. Because of the trembling earth, however, he stumbles a bit. I use this to my advantage and jump out of the way. Landing with a quick roll, I'm back on my feet. We circle around each other. Both heads. Not bloth. It's not an L in there. Both hesitant to attack. I hold out the blade, as if to threaten him.
There's so much you don't know.
And you just kill everybody you see. You have no remorse. He smirks and lunges forward to attack me. I hold out the blade to guard myself, but I'm not sure what happens next. With a snap of his fingers, mid-lunge, the blade suddenly vanishes from my hands. How did you do that, you magician? A few moments later, it materializes in his? I don't have enough time to brace myself. It's already too late. Moments later, I'm on the floor with Sobe on top of me. Gosh dang, what happened? So he can wield it, just like the vision showed me. Gripping the blade in one hand, he used the other to punch me. Gosh dang, why? I'm on the ground already. Repeatedly in my chest. Okay, fine. Causing the wound to open more and bleed. I kick and scream in agony, trying my best to withstand his harsh blows. He's smart. Soon. How smart do you need to be to snap your fingers to materialize my blade into your hand? Me tumbling to the ground, you just keep smacking my open gaping wound. How smart do you have to be to do that? Am I considered smart if I'm able to magically take your weapon out of your hand, just punch your wound on your shin, just keep kicking your shin over and over again? Is that smart? Anyways, soon enough, the pain is too much to fight back. I can only squirm and wince underneath him, enduring the assault. The cavern starts to crumble and pieces fall from the ceiling. So the question is, am I continuing with this? I mean, I did choose the answer. I could go back and give it to him, but what would be the result? I mean, he would probably die to it if I gave him the blade. Ulrich, I'm talking about. Ulrich? No. What's his name? Gosh dang it, I forgot already. But I didn't want him to die. Anyway. The cavern starts to crumble, and pieces fall from the ceiling.
There's no one here to save you, Seer. Your life is mine, and the rebellion is no more.
Yeah, because you killed him. Yeah, that's just flickering and being annoying. I'm sorry, guys. Smirking, he lowers the blade to my neck. Just like you did with the other guy, which I apparently didn't see, but no, I'm the seer. I saw it all. Smirking, okay, did I?
May the triumvirate reign eternal.
Why? I use all my strength to reach up and grab the blade. Trying to push it away, I realize there's almost no point. But soon after, the blade reaches to both of our touches. Reacts! I am not good with words here and there. It reaches to both of our touches. It reacts to our touches. Another flash of white light engulfs the entire room. The pressure is relieved from my neck, and I hear Sobe struggle. Just like Grizz. That's his name! I didn't want Grizz to die. I should think Grizzly Bear. Yeah. Just like Grizz said, the blade reacts to the will of the wielder. But whose will was stronger? I raise up my other hand to grab the blade as well. I close my eyes and focus with every fiber of my being. I rise up I raised up my other hand to grab the blade as well. I'm sorry, I'm trying to catch up to what I said. Someone came in the room at the moment. I had to pause. I closed my eyes and focused on the fire, but I got that already. Spirits, please do something. Save me. Save us all. The light subsides, and I see Sobe looking down at me in shock. I could see the honor in his eyes. The horror. There's no honor in him. He is not honorable at all. Let me reread that. I could see the horror in his eyes, but I have no idea what just happened. Perhaps the blade gave him visions, like it did for me back in Valinor. He panics and throws the blade on the ground.
So it is true. The spirit realm is
real, and they hate you. Slowly standing up, he takes a few steps back. I think I'm going to continue down this road because I chose it and I want to stick with the road I had. I wasn't sure if I was going to attack Grizz. If I did, then I'm totally going to reload. But I didn't. He's safe, I think. Continuing. Looking down in my eyes. I read that properly. Looking down in my eyes, I could see sadness within him. So many conflicting emotions, all in the span of a few seconds. Anger. He scoffs and turns his back to me.
Remember my mercy, Seer. Next time, you won't be so lucky.
Why would I want to remember your mercy? Or am I in your debt now? Is that it? To my complete shock, he simply runs away. I tilt my head to the side and watch him leave. Is my head heavy, or did I need to see him around a corner or something? The blade rests beside me, so I reach for it. But any hope of salvation is quickly lost. It's over. As soon as Sobe leaves the room, it starts to cave in. Rubble and debris block the exit, leaving me trapped inside. I look over at Dominic's lifeless body and start to cry. My wound bleeds profusely and my vision slowly wanes. With my final moments, I grip the blade and pray for help. But before I slip away into nothingness, that help never comes. Ulrich and Pro stand back to back, destroying the honor guard with ease. The pirates, on the other hand, keep Shane and Halen occupied. They were starting to come back from this. They should survive.
Another one down. Come on, Ulrich, pick up the pace. If you lose this, you'll never hear the end of it.
Ulrich takes down 4 suits of armor with one swing of his sword.
Oh, we're keeping count. Then I think Alex and his crew are winning. But at least now we know who Dalmek chose.
Ah! They look over at Alex, who fights off Halen and Shane. He's an expert swordsman, one of the most impressive in the world. Moments later, him and his crew have the enemy surrounded. Halen and Shane pant heavily, worn out from the intense fight. But they look around at the fallen honor guard, realizing they're outnumbered. The initial strike was devastating, but the rebellion was slowly bouncing back.
Where's Sobe?
I think he's gone to the idol.
Then that means...
Before he can finish talking, the ground starts to shake. Everyone is caught off guard, stumbling around.
It does. Shane, retreat!
But Sobe...
He'll catch up later. Let's not do anything stupid.
Shane nods, and they start to run away. They were concerned... They were cornered near the tunnels, so it's easy... It's an easy escape. You can do it, Mouth. You can do it. I know you can. Ulrich and Pro slowly march over, standing by the pirate allies.
What should we do? Should we chase after them, Ulrich?
No, let them go. We can't risk being led into another trap. They hit us too hard. We need to mitigate the damage.
They nod and back down.
We're a team now. We're here to help. If there's anything you need us to do, just say it.
We owe Dominic everything. He changed Mazeo's future.
Now, I'm curious. It might be on the completely bad side because you can choose any route you want in Chapter 2. Chapter 1 as well. But I think Chapter 1 is just read everything you can and make a few choices. But in Chapter 2, there's quite a few changing choices, I think. Maybe the same amount. But I chose Alex, as you guys know, if you guys were watching all the way to this point. And Alex is a nice guy. If we chose the other lady, she's all of it in for, all for one, and that one is me, kind of thing.
Thank you, Alex. I have a feeling there's a lot of work to do. But before that, let's take care of the honor guard.
Roger that.
So yeah, if we had her in here, I wonder how things would end up. They all turn to face the suits of armor, but they're shocked. The honor guard remains perfectly still, not moving an inch. The continued shaking on the ground causes them to fall over. Hitting the ground, they shatter into pieces like an army of glass. A bright flash of white light emits from the crew's quarters. Along with that, the earth trembles with more intensity.
What's going on?
It's bright!
It must have something to do with the idol.
But they said Sobe was down there.
I think I saw Grizz carry Dominic and the seer down there. Sylvie wouldn't want this to happen. So that means...
They're still alive?
they must be. Come on, let's go. Alex, man the tunnels.
You got it.
They start running towards the war room, but don't make it very far. Ulrich stops in his tracks as he notices movement in the corner of his eyes. Lesson and Forte, they were moving. They must have survived.
Wait, hold on. Bro, look.
Ulrich pants, and they both make their way over to Valessa and Forte. Crouching down, Pro offers his hand to Valessa and Ulrich to Forte. They help them get to their feet, and they look shaken, not stirred, and traumatized.
What happened? How did you survive that?
He was totally convinced that you died. I can't believe your luck. I'm surprised.
They both look at the ground, almost as if they're ashamed.
I thought they were going to kill us. But they didn't. I don't really know what happened.
They didn't attack us. They pushed us to the ground. It's almost like they wanted us to stay out of harm's way.
Yeah, we wouldn't have stood a chance in combat. I don't know why they wanted to help, but they did.
Cool.
I think I know. Never mind.
She quickly changes the subject.
Where's the seer? Ulrich, take us to see him.
See the seer, got it.
Right, of course. They must be by the spirit idol. Dominic too, it's not that far. Follow me.
Deciding not to question Providence, they all follow Ulrich. In a time like this, it was best not to doubt your blessings. However, Valessa remains a few paces behind, thinking.
Mom? Dad? Thank you.
That's sweet. It's true. They said that their honor guards' suits of armor were the deceased, and our parents were amongst them. My vision slowly fades back in, much to my surprise. I've been on the verge of death for what seemed like an eternity, even if the eternity seemed it was actually only like 5 minutes. I'm strong. My will and the power inside of me refuse to give in. I'm Frisk. Pain radiates from the wound in my chest, but I'm almost getting used to it. Yeah. The blood just keeps coming out, but it's gonna happen. It's gonna be there for the rest of my life, I think. Sobe's attempts to make it more fatal had clearly failed. Or did they? I remember the thought I had in my mind the moment I faded away. I wanted to be saved. I wanted to make it through this alive. Could the blade have that much power? Could it have saved me? I backed myself up against a wall and lay against it. Then I scanned the room. Wait, what's that? A hulking shadow in the corner, in the other side of the room, whispering to himself. But Dominic's body is still on the floor. Who could that be? I look at the exit of the room. It's still caved in. Impossible. No, it's not impossible. If you have a cave in, it's not going to just miraculously open up. There was no one else in this room. Oh, impossible for someone else to be in the room. Okay, got it. Never mind. I should have not spoken before I read, but I did, and that's what the result was. Their ears perk up. They must have heard my movements. Quickly turning to face me, they take heavy, slow steps. Stumbling from side to side. It's almost like they can't balance. I can't see their face. My vision is too blurry. But when they make it to my location, they kneel down. While normally I would be frightened, I seem to feel at ease. You're the other guy, the shadow character. Awesome. You look beat up. Dang, what happened to you? They reach forward and place their hand on my chest. I hadn't realized it, but in my confusion, the pain had stopped. Or was it even there to begin with? Maybe I just felt it in my head. They let go and shake their head dismissively. A flicker of light from the dying idol illuminates their face. When I see them, I ask who they are, but I get no straight answer.
Gaze into the abyss, after a lifelong journey, and plead. Beg for the answer to your most undying question, and tell me what would frighten you most, being left in silence or hearing an answer.
I'd like an answer. Oh! What, being left in silence, that's what I want. You said what would frighten you more? Being in silence. I don't understand. I shake my head. Though, yeah, I don't know what he was fully saying. But something tells me that they look familiar to me. I'm too delirious to think straight, so this thought goes nowhere.
The pursuit of an answer is more defining than the answer itself. For no truth can compare to the truth we've conjured in our head. Hearing an answer may rob us of purpose. We prefer silence.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to take that in. Pursuit of an answer is more deafening than the answer itself. Trying to find an answer can deafen us. Defining, not deafening. They look and... Okay, you can tell where I went off there. The answer is more defining than the answer itself. The pursuit of finding. Okay, so instead of getting the answer itself, the pursuit of finding an answer is more defining. Meaning, we learn more along the way to finding the answer we wanted. For no truth can compare to the truth we've conjured in our head. So the thing we believe in is... For no truth can compare to the truth we conjure in our head. So we believe more in our heads. Hearing an answer may rob us of purpose. So this is more like self-belief. Like what I have learned along the way, I hold more dear because I thought of it. I earned this. Or this is what I believe in. Instead of hearing an answer from you. And hearing any answer may rob us of what we believe in. So they prefer silence. Got it. Okay, I took a moment to clarify it to myself, and maybe it helped you guys.
But sometimes, the silence can be maddening. We can convince ourselves that purpose is not important, self-destructive. Purpose breeds strength and victory.
Convince yourselves that purpose is not important. Depending on the person. My purpose is just trying to make people happy. I try to make some humor around like other people do, but I like to show people who I am. I want to be there for them. I want to make them happy. Smile. That's why I want to be an entertainer, like others are.
We desire victory.
What kind of victory, though? He stands up and holds out his hand. I grab it, and he pulls me to my feet. This is the first time I truly see him. You look like Ulrich, but dark-skinned and beat up, and longer hair. He's covered in scars from head to toe, almost as if he endured torture or something far worse. Tattoos adorn his arm, much like those on Ulrich's body. Who was this?
We need no name. A name defines an individual. We are many, and therefore cannot be defined. This body is merely a tool. It bends to our will.
Oh. Okay. And fair enough. If you don't want to be known as an individual, you just want to be a cause, okay.
We know how confused you are. It's always the same. Come with me. There's still much we need to do. Dominic, right? That's the name of your leader?
Yeah. He turns around and looks at Domic's body.
You said that name in your sleep. You called out to him, but only we responded. He lives. We took care of that while you slept.
Oh, thank you. He's alive? I look over and watch his chest move up and down. He's breathing. I'm almost in disbelief at this. What happened?
We will tell you both. There is much to discuss. With the exit cut off, we have sufficient time. A funny concept time. Perhaps another day.
Okay. We walk over to Dominic, and the mystery man takes slow steps again. His limbs appear stiff, as if they've been unused for a long time. I kneel down and shake Dominic softly, placing my hand on his shoulder.
He should have been awake by now. His wounds were grievous. He was saved. We were limited, but we did what we could. Rise.
He says this in a demanding tone, and Dominic starts to move. His eyes slowly open, and he looks at both of us as he comes to.
Sailors? Am I dead? What's going on?
I laugh softly and tell him that he's not dead. But he seems to have me confused with Salus.
Salus?
Wait. His eyes are fixated on this mystery man as he says the name. I take a few steps back, confused, and scared at the same time. For me, I probably wouldn't be scared at all. Not saying that I'm like toughy tough, man, but because I'm a weak, scrawny kind of guy. But certain things, like some people are scared of robots and some people are scared of spiders. I mean, I'm not comfortable with them. They definitely look just because we have like an ingrained thing from our childhood or from growing up. People tell you that spiders will bite you, spiders will do this and that. Spiders are just like any other. I guess they're not considered a bug, but I guess they're kind of grouped into there. They're considered an arachnid, which is, whatever. It's another type of bug. But some people just don't like the looks of it. Where am I going with this? Lost train of thought. Anyway, I'm not afraid of certain things. And in this sense, if an animal started talking to me, I'm not going to be like one of those people on shows going, he's talking, the dog spoke. What's so scary about that? Why are you screaming? If an animal just came up to me and started talking, I would be scared. I would be going, I'd be awed in my mind, but instantly have a conversation with them. Because if someone talks to me, I can talk back to them. It's no big deal. Your mind can live in a fantasy, and then when something comes real like that, you kind of condition yourself going, hey, that's cool. Hey, how you doing? It's good to actually be able to talk to you. So, that's my mindset.
How are you alive? How am I alive?
This isn't right. Salus was dead. Our old elder, the rebellion's founder.
Salus, the name of this vessel. He no longer lives. Do not use this name. As we said before, no name is required.
Oh.
We simply exist.
Legion. Dominic and I look at one another, utterly confused.
Please explain. I don't understand.
The man points to the center of the room.
You will have a seat. You may be satisfied. Or perhaps not. We have some answers, but not all of them.
I reach down and help Dominic up. He grunts. There are no wounds on his abdomen. There's nothing. This would require some serious explanation, and fast. Why fast? There's no need to rush. I think. I take Dominic over to the center of the room, and we sit down. The other man, however, walks over to the exit and inspects it.
Trapped, as always. Do you trust your comrades? We think they are your only hope.
If they survived...
Yes.
He walks over to our location and sits down. I guess all we could do was wait to get rescued. He might say something else, but I'm trying to find a nice spot to end off. The Rebel headquarters was full of digging tools, after all. Okay, I'm just going to leave it off here. Sure, it's not like this is the best spot to leave off, but the episode's getting a little long, and I want to continue on, of course, but... Whoa, we got more purity! Sweet! Well, thank you guys for joining in on this episode, and we will continue. So thank you guys for stopping by, and until I see you guys again, have a great day, everyone.